How the hell did we get somebody like Gachagua becoming the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya? That is the biggest mistake KK government has done.
So I want to remind you, Governor Tembea, however much we are borderline communities, we are Kenyans just like those in Trans Nzoia that you lead. We know the pain is not about the vetting. The pain maybe is about the businesses and how we are competing. Competition is allowed.
That man is mad and Kenyans are listening to a madman. The best that Kenyans can do, especially his people in Central, is to take him to Madara Mental Hospital so that his brain can be checked. That man is so dangerous that he seems to be walking around with a microscope that sees only Kikuyus and nobody else. He sees other Kenyans as viruses. I'm telling him Kenya belongs to all of us.
We are calling Honorable Kalonzo. You are calling yourself a caliber of a president, and you want to engage in such kind of utterances. We have many Wiper MCAs on my right and my left hand.
The former deputy president, you are now out of office. The Kikuyus and Mount Kenyans are our brothers and sisters. They are with us here. We are the same people. We are doing the businesses together, and we will be united forever, and Kenya will be united forever.
I'll never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
The recent presidential directive has elicited some reaction from a section of Kenyans who thinks that they can police how the residents of Northeastern are going to acquire ID cards, especially politicians from Mount Kenya region. We are not the children of a lesser God. We are Muslims, we are Kenyans, and we are Somalis. We are not guests of anybody in this region. Our people need to get the ID cards the same way the other people in the other regions within this country are getting the ID cards. An ID card is an inalienable right. The utterances by the governor of Trans Nzoia, Governor Tembea, is childish and very barbaric. We are telling him we are not Al-Shabaab. We are law-abiding citizens. We are Kenyans. It has become a national topic, both in the print media and also for politicians, in the churches, and even the priests and the bishops. We want to tell the priests and bishops in Mount Kenya, teach the word of God according to the Bible. Don't come and lecture us on how we are going to get ID cards.
I think you're told we gathered here to make a press statement regarding the recent reckless utterances by certain politicians, namely one Governor Natembea, Trans Nzoia Governor, Kalonzo Musyoka, and former DP Honorable Rigathi Gachagua. We want to say categorically that those statements are not of good health to the country which existed for 60 years of independence. I think it's enough for Somalis who live in northern Kenya. We have been marginalized for so long. And now that the president has proclaimed that the unnecessary vetting has been removed and we are supposed to acquire ID and passport as Kenyans do, we don't want any guest to lecture us in any funeral, in any charges, in any political gathering. I want to address Honorable Governor Natembea. You don't deserve to be a governor, because wanasemaga uko na uraia mingi sana ndani ya ukurutu yako. You have first contested as an elective position as a governor. You have seen the office is so weighty that you opted to go on press statement every now and then. That shows that you don't qualify to be a governor. You don't seem to be someone who has the heart of Kenyans. If you served as in northern Kenya as a police officer, it is different from what you want to lecture us. If you have been given instructions and you have been given instructions to do what you have been doing in northern Kenya, this is a different northern region. So we are calling all Kenyans of good heart, of goodwill, that what the president has done is something rightful and is enshrined in the constitution.
Assalamu alaikum, members of the press. I'm Honorable Mohammed Sheikh, MCA Basigal Ward. I was a civil servant, 15 years in the civil service, serving in the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government, a Department of Registration of Persons on the issuance of ID card. I served in a vetting area, Garissa County, and I also served in where we don't have vetting zones, especially Kitui County and Makueni County. I was in Chuso Sub-County for 3 years. Later on, went to Makindu Sub-County for 2 years and some months before I left and I joined the politics. So the essence why I'm talking about all this is because I know and understand the bureaucracy involved in vetting. What normally happens is for planning purposes, it normally takes time before even we convene that vetting committee, because it requires like 15 to 20 people to be there, elders from villages, the chiefs, all the security departments, whether it is NIS, whether it is DMI, whether it is DCI, there are a lot of bureaucracies involved, and normally it takes 3 or to 6 months for one to acquire ID card in areas where we have had vetting areas, especially in Northeastern. Unlike other zones, because I serve the other areas, it normally takes like a week or maximum 2 weeks for one to acquire ID card. And when I was serving in those regions, a person comes and brings either a father or a mother, one of the ID cards to show that he's a Kenyan, and comes with a birth certificate, and we used to issue them. And we are the same people, and we are all Kenyans. So we knew that this was a problem, a huge problem, and this huge problem that we were facing was lifted by His Excellency the President Ruto. We appreciate his work, and we want to inform the other Kenyans that Kenya is one. Kenya is one. If there was people who are trying to, suppress the other part of the country, and now that the President understood and, is trying to solve that matter and want to unite the whole country, they should not be, see this as a problem. They should at least accept and make sure that we are all working on the same purpose. And to my party leader and His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, I was elected on a party ticket, and my community are asking me what happened to our party leader. What happened? Why is it that he's talking rough on matters of acquiring ID cards? These are the people who voted for him, and we don't know why his utterance is causing a lot of problem within the community. He should rescind that, and he should apologize to the people we are all serving.
My name is Adam Duro, MCA Jarjara Ward, Balambala constituency. Many have been said by my colleagues. I would like to respond to what I've heard and seen Governor Natembeya saying about using as what Trump is doing in America, tightening the security of the borders and blah, 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 as an example. I would like to remind Governor Natembeya that however much Trump is trying to tighten their borders with other countries, that doesn't mean that the borderline communities in America are not subjected as a lesser Americans to those unlike to those in LA or in Washington DC. So I want to remind you, Governor Natembeya, however much we are borderline communities, we are Kenyans just like those in Trans Nzoia that you lead. So please, sometimes you cannot police us, you cannot lecture us what to do and how to do our stuff. We are Kenyans just like any other. We are not sons of a lesser God, and we are not number 2 Kenyans. And if that is in your mind, then we are sorry. To our brother, the DP, and many Kikuyus that I have seen, former DP, Gachagua, and many Kikuyus that I have seen talking about, Somalis, we know the pain is not about the vetting. The pain maybe is about the businesses and how we are competing. Competition is allowed. Thank you.
Mine will be confined to this man called Gachagua. One question that I always like asking myself is, how the hell did we get somebody like Gachagua becoming the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya? That is the biggest mistake KK government has done. And I think the day he was being chosen in that room, Satan must have been present. And he must have seriously campaigned for somebody of the caliber of Gachagua to become DP. Because we ask ourselves a lot of questions. That man is mad, and Kenyans are listening to a madman. The best that Kenyans can do, especially his people in Central, is to take him to Mathare Mental Hospital so that his brain can be checked. That man is so dangerous that he seems to be walking around with a microscope that sees only Kikuyus and nobody else. He sees other Kenyans as viruses. I'm telling him Kenya belongs to all of us. We are not going to entertain his nonsense. We are Kenyans. We were born here. We have, suffered under Kenyatta. Some of us, our fathers were political detainees. We have lost several years of our schooling. Okay, we have lost so much under Kibaki because of his political, economic suppression of the Somali community. We know what he has done in Central, and taking all the money there. We have suffered under Kenyatta because of killings and all that. We are not going to entertain any more nonsense from former DP Gachagua and his likes. Whatever they are telling us, we are telling them Kenya is bigger than you. The Somali community is now realizing that Kenya belongs to them. We are headed for the presidency in the next 20 years. And let me tell Central, if you listen to Gachagua, please know that 25 years from now, you will still be in the opposition. When Rift Valley finishes, we'll take this thing to Luo Land. When Luo Land finishes, we'll bring it to Northeastern. Thank you very much.